Here's the former UFC heavyweight champion and in all likelihood future UFC Hall of Famer, Cain Velasquez. You guys have been sharpening each other's skills for years, and it's good to see Cain back and healthy here tonight.
Exactly where he belongs. Cain Velasquez is a fighter, and he deserves to be fighting inside of the octagon. One of the tighter strikers the UFC has ever seen in the heavyweight division. The cardio, the pace, the pressure that you face when you fight a Cain Velasquez is overwhelming. Guys melt, and it's because after one round you realize we're just getting started.
Right.
And Cain's only revving up the engine. It's truly, truly difficult to stare down the barrel of a fight with Cain Velasquez.
And he hasn't necessarily adopted my Cardio Cain moniker, but there are few guys that can match the cardiovascular strength of the great Cain Velasquez. Big spot for him here tonight. All right, so here he is, one of the best strikers in this or any division. Rafael Fiziev, born in Kazakhstan, now fighting out of Thailand, and he draws rave reviews for just how hard he works in training. Big win over Rafael dos Anjos back in 2022. That set him up for the Justin Gaethje fight. It was competitive, but he fought Justin Gaethje on what you could argue was Gaethje's best night. That was one of the best fights of the year in 2023. The focus on Fiziev tonight, though, is on winning. He understands how tight this lightweight division is. He understands how crowded the bracket has gotten. If he can beat this guy tonight, Fiziev just might have the inside track to a shot at a world title. Well, it is the venue in which every UFC athlete hopes to one day compete in here. Now ready to go from Madison Square Garden here in New York City. Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. We send it inside the octagon. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the former UFC heavyweight champion, Cain Velasquez! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Rafael Fiziev!
All right, Herb Dean, our referee for this one, just about to get underway. As dominant a heavyweight champion as the UFC has ever seen, here is Cain Velasquez. Jiu-jitsu black belt, so submission skills are there. You know about the wrestling, and the power at times has been more attritive than it has been one-punch knockouts, but Cain Velasquez still one of the best heavyweights on the planet. Fiziev's nose is bleeding now, so we'll see how he handles that adversity, but nothing ideal about it here in the middle of this fight.
Oh, nice takedown defense. Look at those weapons. Look at how he uses his knees to the body. Nice leg kick.
All right, big storyline starting to develop here. That cut really starting to get wide open as this fight continues.
And you can watch him, you see him. You can see it becoming his focus as he's popping him on that cut. And it's starting to open up more and more as the fight goes longer.
Oh, short uppercut in the clinch by Fiziev. Double leg takedown is true. Well, not ideal to spend this much time on the bottom, but you can't fault him for his activity. Landing strikes here from the bottom. Nice work by Fiziev. Now drops inside that closed guard, DC.
Full guard. Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or a big ground and pound.
Oh, he's got his back.
The swelling is starting to show. He has been beaten up from the top. He has got to move. Side control. Inside control, you got a ton of options. He goes knees on belly. He's postured up. He's landing big ground and pound. He has to move on the bottom or the fight's gonna get stopped.
Fiziev's able to make a nice transition there back into side control.
Changing the position.
All right, so some definite damage underneath the elbow now on the side of his opponent. A lot of strikes to the body starting to add up.
Yeah, a lot of strikes to the body and mixing up the attack, not being one-dimensional, not headhunting inside the octagon. I think he has fought beautifully right now, and it's starting to show itself.
Fiziev's nose is just pouring blood right now. I'm no doctor, Daniel, but I'm not sure that thing isn't broken right now. Nice entry on the takedown there from Cain Velasquez, and not unlike his teammate Rafael Fiziev, when Velasquez gets in on you, it is very hard to prevent the takedown.
He passed the half guard.
Postures up and delivers a massive ground and pound punch to the head. All right, so you can see some swelling on the facial region now as his opponent lands yet another strike, and that one was clean.
I mean, this guy is so clean with his striking. He knows exactly what he wants to accomplish, and he does a great job of doing just that.
We'll see what he does here. He postures up and lands to the head. Fiziev's back in full mount. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC.
He's got to be careful here. Beautiful transition. Getting the mount here.
All right, right into side control. Upper body strength figures to be put to good use here.
Yes, absolutely. And you got to look for his opponent to turn back into him. He should chase guillotine, but the opponent turns to the opposite side. He can take his back, throw his hooks in, try to choke, or flatten him out and just go for the finish. So smart to continue to go to that area of the face that's all swollen. It just keeps getting worse and worse.
Fiziev's back to the side control now. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position up the bottom.
Inside the closed guard now.
I mean, he went right into his full guard. What does he do to try to advance himself to give him more of an advantage on the mat?
Man, this fight has been pretty wild. A lot of high-octane output on both sides, and candidly, neither fighter looking too good here.
It's the output. I mean, both of these guys have got their foot on the gas from the start of the fight. They've worked really, really hard to get to where they are right now. They're both going to have to rely on the toughness to drag them through the very difficult moments.
All right, let us re-rack some replays of the damage done in that round, see if we can isolate the strike that caused the cut.
Yeah, a nasty cut opens up when he lands there. It's a beautiful shot that gets to the target. He has not been responsible defensively, and he's really paying for it because now he's dealing with that nasty cut.
Ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here we go with round two. Velasquez really bleeding now.
This might be the biggest shot of this entire fight. He landed a massive hook to put his opponent on wobbly legs.
Oh, and there's a kick now to the body. That one blocked by Cain Velasquez. Fiziev's really bleeding heavily now. That cut is only getting worse by the minute. So pretty good recovery by the opponent after getting stunned pretty good. Got to capitalize on those opportunities.
I mean, you can't waste these opportunities. You don't get them as often as you'd like. So when you get a guy hurt, you got to find a way to finish the fight.
Back and forth we go. It takes two to tango, and man, have these two individuals tangoed tonight. I might run it back at some point, no matter how this one is.
It's one of those fights where when you look at these two and the damage on their faces, the work that they have both put in, you realize and you appreciate what these fighters do inside the octagon. They're both hurt. They're both beat up. And both of these guys have shown a tremendous...
Straight punch lands. That's as good a punch as he's thrown all night.
The punch that lands down the middle, the one that you don't feel, is the ones that land perfect. And that one landed perfectly.
Oh, big left hand. All right, so he lands again just like we saw in the last round, realizing a lot of success with his Muay Thai game tonight.
You know, why change it? It's working, and it's working from the very start of the fight. The moment this fight started, you saw the advantage that we predicted was there. He started to take advantage of it early, and now he's continuing to build on that. This kickboxer looks amazing tonight. Oh, he's spraying blood now. Holy smokes.
Under 3 minutes to go here in round two. Oh, he postures up in a big head strike by Velasquez.
He passes the half.
Drops down inside the now closed guard of his opponent.
Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
Velasquez is a bloody mess right now. I wouldn't be surprised to see this fight stop. At the very least, you got to think they're calling in the ringside position between rounds.
Oh,
you land, I land. Is that what we're doing here? So a much different approach for him here in this second round. He was a little bit tentative in round one, a little bit of a feeling out process. Now he has clearly found his rib double leg takedown lands.
he's doing a great job of recognizing that he's damaging his opponent, and he keeps going to that spot.
All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC. Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Velasquez. Oh, staying busy from top position. He lands another ground strike there.
Oh, he passes the half guard now, and he's not posturing to land punches, so look for a submission attempt. He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here, and he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here.
Oh, we got blood now, folks. Doctor might need to step in shortly. We got a huge situation here. Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running the guy over, Jonathan, he just gets up.
Velasquez getting peppered here from the top. He's got to figure out a way to cover up. Oh, another shot gets through. Doctor might have to step in soon. All right, working inside his opponent's guard here.
You cannot sit in these jiu-jitsu guys' guard. And you can't have one arm in, one arm out. Guys will start throwing up legs, chasing triangles.
Working out of the half guard here. Fiziev's back in half guard. And plenty of time with which to work. 30 seconds to go in the round. Oh, big pop from the crowd as they get back to their feet after a pretty scintillating grappling battle there on the ground.
Well, it's an educated crowd, John. They have...
There, somehow, his opponent stayed up with him.
I mean, he's still on his feet, but he's not up by much.
Fiziev's nose is unrecognizable. It is mangled. It is cut open. I think it's probably broken at this point in time. Surgery next week, but now we'll see if mentally, physically, he can stay in this fight. All right, we're going to stay with him and follow him back to the corner to the stool because that is a really severe cut that he is dealing with. We'll see if the cut man can stem the bleeding here. All right, so as the cut man gets to work, we'll re-rack some replays from the previous round.
Well, he's got some work to do. The cut man's going to have to work a miracle because this guy was on the receiving end of some real damaging shots. And if he doesn't do something different defensively, it's going to get worse. And if it gets worse, the fight may be stopped.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway.
Beautiful shot lands to the leg. top. Oh, great level change there.
It's getting really hard to watch him absorb shots on that eye. I wonder if the referee's thinking about calling in the doctor now.
Well, John, the entirety of the fight, that has been the target of his opponent. He has not adjusted defensively, and now he's paying for it. Now, somebody's going to have to save him.
Nice jab by Fiziev. Just out of range with that right hook. Big right hook. Pinpoint accuracy on that punch right there. His opponent's compromised, DC.
It's one thing to land a hard shot. It's another thing to land a perfect shot. And that was a perfect shot.
These guys are leaking all over each other.
Knee on belly.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Velasquez. Man, he's killing it on the ground. Another strike gets through. Standing over his opponent here and making these strikes count. Beautiful sequence there by Cain Velasquez. Fiziev's an absolute mess right now. There is blood everywhere. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them call in the ringside physician between rounds.
And there you go, again, half guard.
Velasquez ground and pound from half guard now. That's a heck of a strike to land from bottom position. Working in half guard here, making these shots count. So the crowd absolutely loving it as these fighters work their way back to the feet.
The fighters are back to their feet now, and they can take in the applause because they deserve it after that grappling exchange.
Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. Well, we wondered earlier why there weren't as many body strikes. He's making up for lost time here. Shot to the body connects, and that bears watching. Right over the top, right to the target. Let's see if his opponent...
He's still standing after taking that punch.
All right, let's get you some replays now. Certainly a lot for our replay guys to work with in the truck. This was a clinic tonight in terms of mixed martial arts acumen in every realm of the game.
And once he got to the top, he started to land brutal ground and pound until the fight was called off. Just a dominant performance from the top position.
Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 29 seconds of the third round. Declaring the winner by knockout, Cain Velasquez.
All right, so a big win for cardio Cain Velasquez here tonight, and I know a big part of the narrative here during fight week was the back injury that has taken up a good chunk of Cain's prime. Certainly didn't seem to be injured here tonight as he turns back the clock and shows you that vintage